Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight.
Progressive Liberal Party supporters and delegates gather for day one of their national convention.
CLICO payouts continue today. We've got all the highs and the lows.
The Prime Minister remains steadfast in his promise to rid the country of illegal immigrants.
Our news is brought to you by Alive, the nation's newest and best LTE network.
Good to be alive.
Welcome to our news and thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Joaquin. Topping news tonight, day one of the Progressive Liberal Party's convention kicked off this morning with closed sessions at the Melia Nassau Beach Resort. Hundreds of delegates began the registration process. As candidates made last-ditch efforts to gain their support, there were issues at the convention center, with Gladys Hannah Martin insisting she is being robbed of the opportunity to formally address delegates. Jasmine Brown tells us more.
It was an active scene outside the convention room this morning as supporters for all of the candidates gathered outside. However, convention day one did not go without any drama, as one of the candidates took issue with not being able to address the delegates.
I would think it's a 101. If you're having a leadership race, this is only the fourth time in the history of our party that there would be an opportunity for candidates to address the delegates, so the delegates can hear from them. You look in other countries, you see it happening, and in this party right here, it happened in the last occasion when we were choosing a leader after Pinling resigned, Lyndon Pinling. So this is new. They're using some rationale which does not apply. It's not consistent with the practice in this party.
Hannah Martin called the situation unfair and unheard of, as she said current interim leader of the Progressive Liberal Party, Philip Brave Davis, was allowed to speak at the party's prayer breakfast on Sunday morning.
I've had no opportunity. I am also a candidate as he is. He's not yet been elected leader. His positioning is by default when the former Prime Minister, former leader of this party, stepped down. But certainly I thought it was my expectation that the opportunity would have been given to me. Mr. Davis got the opportunity yesterday with delegates, and I have not yet been given an opportunity. But we're working. We're going to work the ground and see how this goes.
But party chairman Bradley Roberts says it's a non-issue.
A competitor will not be allowed to speak either.
Okay, so why did the party make that decision?
Because we thought it would be fair that if we allow one, we'll have to allow both.
Okay. So this is not a case of...
But clearly it isn't. Whatever you're going to say.
When asked if he believed the disagreement shows there is discord within the party, Roberts said no. He also shot down comparisons to the FNM's summer 2016 convention, when former Long Island MP Loretta Butler Turner accused FNM leader Dr. Hubert Minnis of trying to silence her after she was given only 10 minutes to speak.
Not at all, not at all. We don't compare ourselves to them at all.
Despite the drama, supporters for both Hannah Martin and Davis were out in full force this morning.
Be brave!
Brave or slip?
All the way!
When I think about Margaret Thatcher, Iron Woman, I think about Gladys Hannah Martin being the Iron Woman here in the Bahamas. And I believe in her, and I believe that she can do wonders for this Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
She's a strong woman, and with me, it have nothing to do with a woman, you know. It's because of the legacy that she have done. She have proven in time over and over the type of person she is. Nothing you could find negative you could say about her.
She just has the touch for the men and for the women.
So you think the country is ready for a female prime minister?
Most definitely.
Meantime, Davis supporters say he has proven his ability to lead the party.
He is basically currently the leader at the moment in Parliament. He has been the one who actually has brought the PLP during his days in opposition on track. As a matter of fact, he is somebody who everybody, such as the poor, the good, the bad, and the ugly in the town of Nassau, throughout the whole of the Bahamas.
Yeah, what he done for San Salvador is
unlimited.
Unlimited, unlimited. We respect him, we support him, and we'll always be there for him.
The three-day convention ends on Wednesday. Reporting for our news, I'm Jasmine Brown.
Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis pledging to expedite the process for approving citizenship and permanent residency applications. This promise came as Minister addressed a Haitian church service on East Street where he said for too long when it comes to citizenship, too many have been marginalized. Georgia Bain reports.
Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis is pledging to expedite the process of approving permanent residency and citizenship applications. According to Minnis, for far too long, some of these entitlements have been marginalized. According to Minnis, the backlog consists of thousands of applications, some dated as far back as 10 years ago. While he remained steadfast with his warning to illegal migrants to leave the country by December 31st or to be aggressively pursued and deported, he added that he wants to remain fair to those who have applied and meet the necessary criteria.
Under the law, there are many individuals who qualify for both citizenship and residency status, and the process as it is today must go through cabinet, and of course there are backlogs, individuals waiting for years, in excess sometimes 10 years, and many young people especially can be marginalized, cannot receive proper documentation, etc. I've said previously that we will not tolerate illegality.
Minnis says he hopes to appoint a commission responsible for approving applications for citizenship and permanent residency in an expeditious manner as soon as possible.
Presently, the process is it must be dealt with through cabinet. And I feel, and we feel, that in order for fair play and to expedite and deal with individuals as quickly as possible, in keeping with the law, it would be better for us to have an independent body or committee that would decide these on a regular basis so as to deal with backlog.
The idea of appointing the committee is to remove politics from the process of applying for residency and citizenship and to alleviate the responsibility from cabinet, according to Minnis.
I do not see President Obama or any president or prime minister of first world country sitting down to decide who should get citizenship when the requirements are A, B, C. And I am not sitting down to do it. I am not sitting down at no thousands of applications to do it. We have sufficient, honest, respectable individuals who understand the law and who can deal with it in an expeditious manner.
The Prime Minister ended with this stern warning to Bahamians who facilitate illegal migrants.
If you harbor or hire illegals, I don't care, black, white, or whatever, you will be prosecuted.
Reporting for our News, I'm Georgia Bain.
Transport Minister Frankie Campbell's citizenship issue has been brought to the surface yet again. This as Queen's Counsel Wayne Monroe seeks to challenge the cabinet minister's citizenship in court. Campbell today, in a phone conversation with our news team, defended his Bahamian citizenship and said for those seeking to take him to court, he will see them there.
The question of citizenship is a constitutional matter. I am satisfied that my citizenship is not in question. Those who are questioning it has indicated an intent to go to court. That being the case, I will see them in court.
A 1983 affidavit posted on social media purports that no record of the minister's birth was found and that owing to negligence, his birth was not recorded. The purpose of that affidavit was to establish his birth record and name. The issue has since raised several questions. Does Frankie Campbell have a birth certificate? Where was he born, and how did he gain Bahamian citizenship? Today, during the interview with our news team, Campbell chose not to divulge any details, only to say he has no problem in going to court.
I'm not gonna answer any other point that is gonna bring a further point and a further question and another back and forth. I, Frankie Campbell, have no question about my citizenship. Those who indicate that they have a question have also indicated that they will take a certain course of action. I will see them in court.
So you're not worried about that at all? About them taking you to court and all that stuff?
No, I'm not worried about that at all.
Under the Bahamian Constitution, no person shall be qualified to be elected as a member of the House of Assembly who is a citizen of a country other than the Bahamas, having become such a citizen voluntarily, or is by his own act under any acknowledgement of allegiance, obedience, or adherence to a foreign power or state. Earlier this month, Campbell held up both his diplomatic and regular Bahamian passport to clarify a point he made earlier about having two passports. It was then that Campbell said he assumed that the issue of his citizenship was done with. However, he has since learned he was wrong.
Listen to me. matter to rest with what I did in the House of Assembly.
Right.
Obviously, that wasn't satisfactory. So I'm satisfied that anything else I say won't be satisfactory. So I'll see them in court. I'm not going to engage in a back and forth, one comment today, another comment tomorrow, another question, another answer. I'm not going to engage in that.
Regardless, Campbell insists he's prepared to go to court and won't be distracted by this latest round of controversy, saying he's got a job to do.
I'm doing my work as the Minister of Transport and Local Government. I'm focused on the assignment given me by the Prime Minister. I'm trying my best to satisfy the Bahamian people. I'm good. I'm going about the business of the people.
Well, Prime Minister Minnis is coming to Campbell's defense. Minnis said as it relates to the images of what is purported to be Campbell's affidavit making the rounds on social media, you can't believe everything you see on the internet.
The beauty about social media, I can take a picture of you today and I can change everything. I can change your entire structure and send that viral throughout and people will believe it. There are many fictitious things that are transmitted via social media. And I've said before that you must be careful with social media. It has its great benefits and it has its disadvantages. And people will send out false information that can go viral on social media. And therefore, we must analyze and be very careful.
When asked if the Free National Movement was made aware of these documents prior to Campbell's ratification, Minnis insisted that there is nothing to be aware of and that even he has been rumored to not be Bahamian.
Made aware of what? What's the issue? The issue is Munka? I don't have an issue. I do not have an issue. Frankie Campbell is as much Bahamian as I am. They had something out on social media the other day saying I came from Haiti. I don't even know where Haiti is other than on the map.
In other news, there were mixed emotions today outside CLICO's Mount Royal Avenue office as policyholders lined the street hoping it would finally be their time to receive their long-awaited payment. Jared Higgs was there and tells us more.
CLICO policyholders lined up quietly outside the company's offices on Mount Royal Avenue, hoping to have their outstanding policies resolved. Lucille Aiello flew here all the way from Rochester, New York, hoping that today would be the day that she secured her family's savings. Alas, it wasn't meant to be, but Lucille is still grateful.
The staff makes it a lot easier they're very nice, so I appreciate that. And I also let them know because they gave good service and that makes me feel good.
Despite her optimism, it hasn't been an easy road for the Rochester resident. Lucille had to change a flight back in July when there was a change in CLICO's payout schedule.
That part is not good because I feel like anyone who is doing the job should know to give the proper information. They should have it. And so yes, it cost me $190 extra on my ticket because I was given the wrong information.
The money is important. Lucille and her husband have lots of bills to pay.
It has been a struggle for me and my husband, because we're both going through something, and if you don't have any savings, it's really hard to pay your bills and to get things done, and at our age, we can't afford to lose our whole life saving.
And it wasn't all bad news. Rosalind Curry Lightbourne flew here from Grand Bahama, and she left with exactly what she was looking for.
And I arrived here at 9 a.m. I was called upstairs at 11:15, and the process went by very quickly. The lady, most of all, she was very helpful, very friendly, and I was able to sign my papers, and she gave me my check.
The policy, worth nearly $70,000, will ensure Miss Lightbourne an enjoyable retirement.
After you've worked for so long, you want to relax and be comfortable. You would like to travel and you would like to live in a manner that you've been used to. So that's why I contributed such a large amount, just so I would have a beautiful retirement.
Reporting for our news, I'm Jared Higgs.
Still to come on our news, why the PLP chairmanship race is harder than you think. Stay with us.